Taking Paul McWhorter's class on Visual Python, and I think we're on lesson video number 7, how to work with that. And he asked us to design 2 thermometers, one going twice the speed of the other one. Seemed like a straightforward project. Not sure if it did the way Paul wanted it done or not, but I'll show you my code of how I did it. We'll go back over here. So basically took the code that you have for one thermometer and basically copied and pasted it into a second thermometer, just giving adding a 2 to the name of it, and also changing the X location so it shows up at a different place on the window that we have. The way I just made them change speed is I gave them a increment speed of 0.1 and 0.2. Basically, all you're doing is increasing the red tube Y value, axis Y value, up and down on it. And you're increasing it or increasing it by the T1 speed. Of course, we have to keep it in bounds, so keep it from getting too small or too large. So we have this if statement that keeps it between the minimum and maximum. And when it gets to the one end or the other, it just flips the sign on the the speed value, so that it goes the opposite direction. Basically, that's all it was to it. I really don't like copying and pasting and doing the same thing over in your code. It just seems wasteful to me. So after I got this done and got it working, I said, well, what if we wanted to turn this into a class like Paul showed us how to do a while back in the Python course? So I said, well, let's give it a try. So I basically put our single thermometer code into a class, initialized it in a class. I had to think about what was going to be different with each of these. Like I said, this is not generic at all. This is basically just for this project. So the only thing we were really changing in this project was where it was on the screen. So I changed the X offset and also the moving speed of the each thermometer, So basically just took that and put a self in front of it. And that's the initializing, and that puts for each one you do, that puts a thermometer on the screen where you tell it to put it. And then so down here in the regular code, just told it where to put it and what speed to use, and went from there. And basically all I would do, and then while the true, we have one method called update, and basically just put that code that we had on the other one inside the update thing, so that each time through the while true, it just updated each one of the thermometers. So as I said, the class worked out fine, and all you have to do to put another thermometer on the screen is to add 2 lines of code. You do the initializing code, basically creating it, and then you just have to, in the while true, do an update to that to get it to update each time through the code. So worked out pretty easy and pretty straightforward. Paul's been teaching us well, for sure. So here's should show the code working now. There's 5 thermometers, all going at different speeds. Oh, all that in 30 lines of code. So that's kind of neat, and didn't have to, like you say, once you had the design of the thermometer, you didn't have to change it. And only thing we're changing is position on the screen and how fast it's going up and down. So that worked pretty well. So I do want to thank Paul for all his hard work. I get my coffee or iced coffee out when I'm working on it and have fun. I hope to keep learning from him. Thanks for listening.